Okay, so let's get right into it. We're going to talk about a huge group of people on social media who are, well, they're everywhere, but you almost never see them. They're kind of the silent majority. And if this sounds like you, then this explainer is for you.
Does this hit a little close to home? You've got the accounts, you're scrolling, you're totally up to date on what everyone's doing. You might even drop a like or a comment here and there. But your own feed? Man, it's a ghost town, right? Your last post feels like it was a lifetime ago.
You know, in this culture that is all about look at me, all about performance, you've decided to take a different path. You watch, you absorb, but you don't broadcast. And this role, it actually has a name. You are the invisible observer.
And this is the real question, isn't it? It's so easy to just assume it's because you're shy, or maybe you think you don't have anything interesting to share. But the psychology behind this choice is so much deeper and, honestly, way more powerful than you might think.
So first, let's just bust a huge myth right open. Validation. The common thinking is that people post online to feel seen. So if you're not posting, you must not need that validation, right? Well, not exactly. The truth is, it's all about where you get your validation from.
And here's the key difference. Most of the online world, it runs on external validation. You know, the likes, the comments, the shares. It's like this public scoreboard for your life. But the invisible observer, that's you, operates on a totally different system. Your validation is internal. It comes from a solid, stable, offline sense of who you are, one that doesn't need a digital thumbs up to feel real. And that internal validation is often protected by this deep-seated need for privacy. You just instinctively know that keeping your personal life to yourself isn't about hiding anything. It's about creating a safe space for yourself, emotionally and psychologically. It's about protecting your energy from all the noise of public opinion. Okay, so let's dig a little deeper, because this mindset isn't just a simple preference. It actually has a name in psychology, and it gets right to the heart of how you build your identity.
The term is Intrinsic Identity Orientation. I know, it sounds a little academic, right? But let's just break it down. Intrinsic means from the inside, from within. And identity orientation is just the direction you face to figure out who you are. So basically, your sense of self is already solid, it's stable. It doesn't need an audience or a bunch of social feedback to feel legitimate.
And this is the most crucial point. You're not performing your life for other people. That beautiful sunset, that amazing meal, that quiet, meaningful moment, all of those things are real and valid for you the second they happen, not the second you post about them. They just don't need proof. Now this brings us to another really fascinating idea. I want you to think of your social and emotional energy like a budget. You only have so much you can spend, right? Well, as an invisible observer, you are a very, very deliberate investor. This is what's known as empathy allocation. It's just the process of deciding where your limited energy goes. It's not a passive retreat from the world. It's an active choice, even if you're not aware you're making it, to put your resources where they'll have the most meaningful return. And this is pretty much what that budget looks like. The vast majority of your energy, that huge slice of the pie, it goes into real-world reciprocity. We're talking two-way relationships with friends and family, where the care and effort you put in, you actually get back. And then you've got this tiny little sliver left for parasocial digital relationships. You know, those one-sided connections online, where you give your attention but get pretty much nothing personal in return. So let's tie all of this together. Being an invisible observer isn't some kind of weakness, and it's definitely not a sign of being disconnected. When you really look at the psychology, you see that it's actually a position of incredible strength. So let's be super clear. This has nothing to do with being antisocial or disconnected from what's happening in the world. It's about being deliberate. You're choosing depth over breadth. You're choosing authentic, private moments over public performances. It is a conscious choice about how you want to live your life. And in a world that is just getting louder and more demanding every single day, this ability to find validation from within, to protect your own privacy, and to deliberately choose where your energy goes, that isn't just some personality quirk. It's your greatest strength.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. In a culture that constantly demands that we all perform and be seen, what unique power, what special kind of clarity is found in stepping back and simply choosing to observe?